title American Griot came about one day where we were just brainstorming. It just kind of came out, as many titles do sometimes. But the story is of a griot and the griot tradition where they are storytellers and keepers of history. And so the play was loosely based on some real life characters who were brought over to the States, enslaved, but they happened to be Muslim. And we thought, well, let's talk about what the griot tradition has had on America itself. And we started off the play with a figure that's kind of like another icon of American music, Robert Johnson, who's a blues guitarist. And we thought, wow, here's this American, and here's this griot. And it just came out, American Griot. It's really about how this history has influenced what America is as well, and what American music really is. Not to mention the instruments, predecessors to the banjo, predecessors to other instruments and sounds and styles. So it's definitely going to be a wonderful journey.
He's so glad when the sun goes down. He's so glad when the sun goes down. He's so glad when the sun goes down.
I get to work with my co-writer on the play and co-creator of the play, Reginald Edmond. And we're working with Dr. Craig Rosen, who's here at the theater department. And it's a really wonderful thing that was facilitated not only by the Mosaics series at Moraine Valley, but also another wonderful theater company in Chicago called Silk Road Rising. So I was very fortunate and honored to have been asked to help co-create this wonderful play.
Silk Road reached out to me and they said, we have this really talented artist that we want you to collaborate with. And I wasn't really familiar with the Muslim aspect of blues music. I was familiar with slavery. I was familiar with blues music. The opportunity came along to work together on this project. I got super excited because there's another aspect that I got to learn about. Hopefully audiences walk away with a new experience. They're able to see themselves on the stage. They'll be able to look and see the richness of their community and just how beautiful their narratives are. They'll also get the opportunity to really bridge the gap between the African American community and the Muslim community and see that they have a shared narrative. People getting that opportunity to see that there's a wealth of untold stories that they don't often get the chance to see.
All right, gentlemen, line up. Time for inspection.
You never know when you put out an original work what anybody's going to really think. When you do something that's already been done, they look at it, at their style from a frame of reference. In this case, there is no frame of reference. The story that we're trying to even tell isn't a story that people are familiar with to begin with. So what I hope people will walk away from is at least a little bit of curiosity to go look up some of these things. There are a lot of anecdotes, there's a lot of dramaturgy that is involved with something like this. And several of the anecdotes specifically for this play, for American Griot, are what is the history of the blues? What is the history of Islam in America? And how did it come here with the enslaved African people? And I just hope that it becomes a catalyst for others to go learn about these histories and piece together something that they may not have learned in school.